So now there is new information. And as we know, there's 60 new charges against Stefan Stearns. 60 new charges. And one of the things about the charges is that the abuse charges against a child less than 12, as I said before, is a capital charge. So he could get the death penalty. Is there a potential that they could use that as leverage for him to cooperate? I don't see him cooperating right now because these charges are just so horrific that why would he cooperate? He's not going to cooperate. Although, say they go to trial on those charges, some of the 60 charges, including the ones that are a capital case, could they then use that as a way to get him to cooperate? I think so. I think that they do have some leverage, but they're still working hard. They got to put together, as we said, a timeline, the tightest timeline possible. And I mentioned before that, is Jennifer Soto involved? Was she, during the time that Madeline was missing, how much was she communicating with Stefan Stearns? What was she saying to him? What were their text messages between each other? What was their phone calls about? How often did they call each other? Where were they? Were they together? Were they apart? Were they together during the time when we believe, if they can put that tight timeline together, when Madeline was killed? Can they put that together? We mentioned the timestamp, 7:35 in the morning on Monday, of Stefan Stearns throwing the school laptop belonging to Madeline and her backpack into the dumpster on the complex where they live. And then at 8:19, returning back to the complex with Madeline's body visible in his car. Chief Mena saying that they believe at that point that she was dead. His car was also caught by a license plate reader. A license plate reader, another technology, right? Going in a specific location at a specific time. Timestamps, right? The science of investigation. Now we're going to narrow this down. Want to get this much tighter. I think that the police, the Kissimmee Police, have a good idea, a much tighter time frame than we know about. But they're not sharing that right now. They're not going to share that time frame until the time comes, and until they're confident that they have the probable cause to arrest Stefan Stearns and possibly Jennifer Soto, both of them. And as I said, I know many of you folks in the chat don't like it, but you know something? This is a murder case. You have to look. I find it very tough to believe that all of this SA went on for over 2 years and that Jennifer Soto knew nothing about it. I just find that, I don't find it believable. And people ridicule me. You know something? You can ridicule me, you can criticize me. I've seen this stuff before, right? I'm not just a podcaster that decided to do a true crime podcast. I did 27 years at the NYPD, 10 years in homicide. All right. So I've seen this stuff. It's not like I'm not making this stuff up, you know? And as I told you the story about that baby we had years ago in St. Luke's Hospital, we had to consider the parents as potentially perps. And guess what? It wasn't easy to do. But when we interviewed and interrogated them, they confessed to killing the baby. So that's our job, you know? You can't pull back and you can't be soft. So it's the timeline. I mentioned the license plate reader. That gives a good time frame. The flat tire, near him changing a flat tire near where the body was found. And of course, returning back to the complex at 08:19 with what we believe to be Madeline's body inside the car. And according to Chief Mina, that it appeared, and the word he used, he said, we had to tell her mother, and we were pretty confident that she was dead. I didn't like his choice of words, but I thought he's a sensitive guy. I just thought it was a poor choice of words. Joyce Eisenhower, I think she knew but was scared of him. His hovering over her was telling. Yeah, but you know something? All you have to do, Joyce, is tell on him once, and then he's going to jail. So if she was that intimidated, you know something, you got to save your child's life. And this was as horrific as it gets. So yeah, she had to be a mother and save her child's life, and she didn't do that. Folks, if you like real crime, true crime from a police perspective, then you're in the right place. And if you're not subscribed to us, go on our YouTube, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell, share us with your friends and your families, hit that like button, and it's free to subscribe. And if you want to contribute to us in a financial way, we have a Patreon with 3 different levels, and we also have a YouTube channel memberships with 5 different levels. And we're growing, folks, because of you guys. And I appreciate all of what you guys have done, how you've shared us with your friends and your family. And that's so much appreciated.